so much for coming along and joining us this evening. We are going to be sharing some Christmas carols, a few original songs, and a few folk songs for you as well. We're blending tradition with progression, the old and the new. So, has anybody heard of caroling before? Christmas caroling? Oh, fantastic, lots of hands going up, lovely. That's an old practice of people going out into their community, singing festive Christmas songs in the hopes of maybe getting a little bit of coin or perhaps a sweet treat in return. Has anybody heard of wassailing before? Ooh, lovely, yeah, couple of hands going up. Wassailing, very similar to caroling. It also happens in December and early January. But in wassailing, people don't just go out to sing to the human members of the community. They also go out into the orchards and they sing to the trees there to bless the apples and the pears in hopes of reaping a bountiful harvest for the year ahead. And in most of the songs you hear about it, they're praying for plenty of cider for the year. So, we are going to start off this show with a traditional English wassail called Here We Come A-Wassailing.
Here we come a-wassailing among the leaves so green. Here we come a-wandering so fairly to be seen. Now is winter time, strangers travel far and near, and we wish you, send you a happy new year. Bud and blossom, bud and blossom, bud and bloom and bear, so we may have plenty of cider all next year. Hatfuls and in capfuls and in bushel bags and all, and there's cider running out of every gutter hole. Down here in the muddy lane there sits an old red fox, starving and a-shivering and licking his old chops. Bring us out your table and spread it if you please, and give us hungry wassailers a bit of bread and cheese. I've got a little purse and it's made of leather skin, a little silver sixpence it would line it well within. Now is winter time, strangers travel far and near, and we wish you, send you a happy new year.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, since the end of October, we here in the Northern Hemisphere have been moving further and further away from the sun. And when that happens, it gets cold and it gets dark. And what do we need when we're cold and dark? Heat, exactly. We need some heat. And what else do we need if it's dark? Absolutely.
Cider.
That is a theme that does come up. Absolutely, in the songs at this time of year. Certainly warms you up. If it's dark, we need a bit of light. Exactly. So we need some warmth and light that we're not getting so much from the sun. And that's why we tend to gather together at this time of year, and we light a fire, we eat some lovely food, and we sing songs and tell stories that can warm us up from the inside. And when we reach the point where we are the furthest away from the sun, we are at the time where we have the longest night and the shortest day. And the people who used to live on these lands thousands and thousands of years ago, led by Druids, noticed this time and they marked it. They called it Haldrogeith, Alban Arthen, or the Winter Solstice. And we are, in fact, today at the time of the Winter Solstice. Today is the day, the shortest day and the longest night. And people in the past might have celebrated this day by travelling to some of the stone structures that exist, like Newgrange in Ireland or Stonehenge here in England. And those structures are built in a way that when the rising midwinter sun shines through those stones, it shines with a really strong, piercing light that really makes the people there feel really grateful for that warmth and light of the sun. And it reminds them, although it's dark and cold right now, don't panic, because the warm sun is going to come back. And the lovely thing is that from today, the days are going to be getting longer and the nights are going to be getting shorter. Yes! Hooray! It reminds us that everything moves in a cycle. This is a poem about the winter solstice. The earth sleeps in cool darkness, with the winter landscape's beautiful starkness. But from this rest, we begin a new phase, with shorter nights and longer days. Nature's assurance should give you peace, for the changes of seasons have never ceased. And from this place you will reveal the perfect flow and turn of the wheel. So be blessed with balance and know that all is right, and enjoy this long, cool solstice night. So after the Druids came the Romans, and before the Romans celebrated Christmas, they held a feast at this time of year called Saturnalia. And at this feast, the poor people and the wealthy people in the community would switch roles. So the poor people would sit at the head of the tables, and the wealthy landowners would serve the poor people, to remind us that we all stand together in our community. And then, of course, we started to celebrate Christ's Mass, or Christmas. And this next song is a medieval carol in Latin, the language of the Romans, and it tells the story of the birth of Jesus. We're warming you up a little bit by us performing a few songs for you, but don't worry, very soon there's going to be a chance for you to sing along with us. This one is called Personent Heimer.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Ooh, bit of a dry throat. So, as I said, thousands of years ago, you can imagine those Druids gathered around their fires with bards telling stories of how the sun is going to come back and trying to tell everybody not to panic and not to fear the cold too much. And then, of course, Jesus came into the world at a time of darkness. And he talked about shining a light as well. He told us that when we shine our light of love and kindness, without fear and without judgment, it spreads out to everybody around us. It warms us up, and it warms up an entire community as well. This is a time of year when we talk a lot about giving things. And you might not feel like you have very much to give in this world, but that love and kindness, that warmth and joy is by far the most powerful thing that you can give at this time of year and at any time of year. And that is the message in this next carol, written by Christina Rossetti, set to music by Gustav Holst. This is In the Bleak Midwinter, and if you'd like to stand and join us in singing this one.
Everyone ready? Okay. We would like to encourage you to sing, because no one can sing for you, and if you sing, you get the benefit of vibrating yourself from the inside, which is friction and creates heat, and it's wonderful. Okay. Doesn't matter how it sounds, it's how it feels. All right.
Frosty Wind.
In the bleak midwinter, frosty wind made moan. Earth stood high.
Wonderful singing, everyone. Thank you, thank you.
I love that last verse of that one. Really nice. So, this is also a time when we wish peace upon the earth, and we think about all of those people who are less fortunate than ourselves. And it's traditional at this time of year to give to the poorer members of our community. So thank you all so much for your donations that you've brought for the local food bank. I know those are going to really, really be appreciated by people. So we're going to play you 2 songs now. The first is set to the tune of the Christmas carol Veni, Veni, Emmanuel, Come, O Come, Emmanuel, but with our own lyrics written in Latin. Our song is called Veni, Veni, Pacem Ramus, Come, O Come, Branch of Peace. It says, Come, O come, branch of peace, to the captive population. Open their eyes, open their hearts. Rejoice, rejoice, freedom will come, truth never dies. And then we are going to go straight into a folk song that comes from the Appalachian Mountains of North America, a place where many people here, when they were struggling, facing hard times, hopped on a boat and headed over the sea to places like the Appalachian Mountains. And in this song, it talks of people preparing for winter and not having very much to do so. But our favourite line in it is that they say, there is love and love is warm.
Come on.
Come on. And that one is called There Is a Time.
This is Veni Veni.
path is new, the world is free. There is a time when leaves are falling, the woods are gray, the paths are old, the snow will come when geese are calling. You need a fire against the cold. There is a time for us to wander when time is young, and so are we. The woods are greener all yonder. The path is new, the world is free. So do your roaming in the springtime. You'll find your love in the summer sun. The frost will come and bring the harvest, and you can sleep when day is done. There is a time for us to wander when time is young, and so are we. The woods are greener all yonder. The path is new, the world is free. The path is new, the world is free.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, what do we usually... No, what do we bring inside our homes at this time of year that usually lives outside? Oh, that's a good one. Absolutely, we do need to bring in some logs for a fire. It's also very close to something else that we bring in at Christmas time. Over here? A tree, exactly, perfect. We bring in a tree. And here is one, perfect example.
That we brought in earlier.
That we This is
This
an
month.
evergreen tree, long noticed by people as being quite special, that they keep their green leaves all throughout the year. This next song is another folk song, and it's all about different trees and what different trees are used for. So oftentimes, if you look in a churchyard, you might find a yew tree, because yew trees were thought to protect our loved ones when they'd passed away, so you might find them by graves, and also thought to ward off malevolent spirits. And according to this song, they were also used to make bows for bow and arrows as well. But this song really celebrates three trees in particular: the oak, the ash, and the thorn. And the song was actually a poem written by Rudyard Kipling in his collection of stories that explores English folklore. It's called Puck of Pook Hill. But the song is Oak and Ash and Thorn. Now, you might not know this song, but you're going to hear the chorus a few times, and you've got the lyrics, so we'd love it if you had a go at singing along with us for this next one. So if you'd like to stand and join us for a bit of Oak and Ash and Thorn. It's all right.
a limb on the head of him that anyway trusts her shade. But whether a lad be sober or sad, or mellow with ale from the horn, he'll take no wrong when he lieth along neath oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all in a midwinter morn. Surely we sing of no little thing in oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all in a midwinter morn. Surely we sing of no little thing in oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all in a midwinter morn. Surely we sing of no little thing in oak and ash and thorn. Sing oak and ash and thorn, good sirs, all in a midwinter morn. Surely we sing of no little thing in oak and ash and thorn. Surely we sing of no little thing in oak and ash and thorn.
Oh, thank you so much, everyone. That was amazing singing.
Now, we actually changed one of the words in that song because that song is usually sung at midsummer rather than midwinter. Because what happens to an oak tree in the winter? Does anybody know? Yes? Exactly right. It loses all of its leaves. And so in the wintertime, although the oak may be known as the keeper of summer, in the winter it hands over the reins to the holly and the ivy as the keepers of winter. Long been noticed for their bright red berries as a symbol of hope and warmth. And this next song brings together the holly and the ivy and the story of the birth of Jesus, who is also seen as a symbol of hope and warmth and new life. So this next one is the holly and the ivy. If you'd like to stand again and join us in singing this one, we would love that.
The holly and the ivy, when they are both full grown, of all the trees that are in the wood, the holly bears the crown. Oh, the rising of the sun, and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry harp, sweet singing in the choir. The holly bears a blossom, white as the lily flower, and Mary brought forth Jesus to be a sweet Savior. Oh, the rising of the sun, and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry harp, sweet singing in the choir. The holly bears a berry as red as any plant, and Mary brought forth Jesus to fill our hearts with love. Oh, the rising of the sun, and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry as sharp as any thorn. And Mary brought forth Jesus Christmas Day in the morn. Oh, the rising of the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry harp, sweet singing in the choir. Oh, the rising of the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry harp, sweet singing in the choir.
Wonderful, everyone. Thank you.
All right. We're going to sing one more song for you. Then we will take an interval. Grab yourself tea, coffee, mince pie, just over the road here. You can go out either door. Just look for those white doors over there.
Just the path, not the road. Don't cross the road, please.
Sorry, don't cross the road. Head that direction. And thank you to the lovely team here at the United Reformed Church in Middlewich for putting on some delicious looking snacks and drinks for us. You can offer them a donation. There is a little basket over there if you'd like to do so. And in the interval, we will be in here as we have a few little bits of merchandise over there. You can see some CDs, also some ornaments and bookmarks made by my lovely mother. If you're in need of a last-minute Christmas gift, there's something over there for you. You are in this next song. I feel like I've been teasing you a little bit with the clogs on my feet. You're only getting a little sprinkling of clogging in this show, I'm afraid. You'll have to just come and see us again for a bit more if you like that. These shoes are the shoes that were worn by workers in factories, mills, mines, wooden-soled shoes. And after a long, hard day at work, people would traipse down to the pub and they'd have a good old dance. And that's where clog dancing started. A traditional English folk dance also found in Wales and other places. And in this next song, it is one of ours, and it is on our debut album, the CD that we have here, and if any of you have listened to us online, you may have heard this one. It's a song that we wrote to remind us that despite our differences, we are stronger when we come together. As the poet Lem Sissay says, said the sun to the moon, said the head to the heart, we share more in common than sets us apart. Or in our words, we all stand together or we don't stand at all. I'll take another sip of water.
Mm-hmm. This one is called Down by the River.
And you are very welcome. You have the lyrics to the chorus of this song. You are very welcome to join us. I know a few of you may know it, many of you may not. So, see how you feel, or just bask in the sounds.
Right.
Yes.
Down by the river, where I'm sure my soul was born, I hold my bow in my left hand and my arrow I keep drawn. High up above me, I hear the kestrel call, and something deep within my heart makes me feel so small. could spread my wings and tie the endless deep blue skies, I'd have no need to prove my worth, and I'd have no need for lies. But I am like the salmon just swimming in the stream. I navigated every turn the river threw at me. I did as I was told to, and I reached the safe still pool. But there's no one here around me, and I've become the fool. For we all stand together, or we don't stand at all. Watch your tower crumble as you fall. And the nights may grow colder, and the day feels so long, but the light inside will help to keep you warm. I feel the ground beneath me, the moon shines through the night. I hold my bow in my left hand and my arrow in my right. I lift my bow up to my eye and I call on the ancient song. My right hand brings the arrow with its pointed tip so strong. For the arrow only soars if it is guided by the bow. Without the right alignment, it has nowhere to go. But if my bow is too weak and my hand is quivering, the arrow will be knocked off course and causes suffering. If the two are balanced, they can light the endless road. Keep the wheel turning and bend the heavy load. For we all stand together, or we don't stand at all. Watch your tower crumble as you fall. And the nights may grow colder, and the day feels so long, but the light inside will help to keep you warm. Oh, now down by the river, where my soul is laid to rest, the tangled folk who spin the wheel have completed their quest. I feel the space between me, and I neither float nor sink. Although I cannot be seen, I am, therefore I think. And suddenly I doesn't feel like I is anymore. We dangle from our web to touch our tiptoes on the floor. If the connection's grounded, we'll send lightning through the skies. Release an inner vision to let go of all the lies. For we all stand together, or we don't stand at all. Watch your tower crumble as you fall. And the nights may grow colder, and the day feels so long, but the light inside will help to keep you warm. For we all stand together, or we don't stand at all. Watch your tower crumble as you fall. And the nights may grow colder, and the day feels so long, but the light inside will help to keep you warm. On a day,
All right, thank you so much, everyone. Crikey, singing along and everything.
Ah,
Wonderful.
lovely. Thank you all so much. All right, let's take a quick break. If we can try and be back by about 8:15, that would be fantastic. It's about 5 to 8 now, so go grab yourself tea and coffee,
20
mince
minutes.
pie, and we'll see you back here.
Hello, we are back.
Oh, you were all very prompt with your timekeeping. Thank you for that one. So, this second half is shorter than the first, so I believe we will be done here nice and early, even earlier than we had originally thought. Which is nice when it's cold and dark outside, isn't it? We will start this second half the same way we started the first, with another wassail. So we'll give you a little bit of time to let that mince pie and tea and coffee go down. And then after this instrumental piece, there will be a chance for you to join us for the Christmas carol, I Saw Three Ships. But for now, this is a wassail from Gloucestershire.
The Gloucestershire wassail.
Thank you. All right, if you'd like to stand and join us for I Saw Three Ships, but if you're hard of standing, then just stay a-seated, that is fine. But if you want to bring a bit of movement, we also welcome dancing as well. We've had some wonderful examples of it down in this corner over here, bringing some great energy to the evening. We see you guys.
All right, I Saw Three Ships.
Ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I saw three ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning. And who was in those ships all three on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day? Who was in those ships all three on Christmas Day in the morning? Our Lord and Lady on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. It was our Lord and Lady on Christmas Day in the morning.
Thank you, thank you.
So, this is the third Here We Come A-Wassailing show this year. Last week we were in a 12th century church in Worcester. The week before we were at St. John's Church over in Winsford. And we're really grateful to any church who invites a band called Nastee Chapel to come and play in their sacred space. It certainly shows you have an open mind and an open heart. And you might be asking yourself, where does the name Nastee Chapel come from? It started with our names. So I'm NatalieGrace, and that's Steve. And we smushed our names together, and we got NatalieGrace. And we liked that. We liked the sort of balance of light and dark, and two things that you might not think go well together, but with an open mind, you might be surprised. But it was a little bit too much like I was calling myself Nastee Grace. So we searched for a word that to us had a similar meaning to grace, and that is how we came to chapel. So we share original music and folk songs to inspire, uplift and connect, with a balance of light and dark, old and new, tradition and progression. Because if you spend too long in the dark, you'll get very cold and you might even get lost. But if you only stare at the light, you may well become blinded. Isn't that right?
Yes. So this is my little bit. I would like to talk about the person that a building like this tends to be built around, you know, that we like to talk about, Jesus. And thing that I find often is quite misunderstood, you know, and there's a lot of contradictory things going around, is when Jesus said, if someone slaps you in the face, turn the other cheek. And what he, meaning, basically, if someone becomes nasty towards you, you can choose not to become nasty towards them. So this is a choice. It's a hard choice, and because of that, it takes a lot of bravery. So people looked at Jesus as if he was a superhuman, because he was able to stay loving even when people was nasty towards him. Now, this is well documented in history. Even the people who were sort of against Jesus, when they wrote down, they're like, whoa, this guy is just kind of a bit faultless, you know, in that way. So really, all they meant was that here's a person, people are nasty towards him, but he's never nasty back at them. He just loves them. So, yes, people looked at him and they thought he was a superhuman because he was able to stay loving when people was nasty towards him. But Jesus was trying, Jesus was never trying to say, be a superhuman. All he was trying to say is, being human is super, yo. Okay.
That's a direct quote.
Exactly. He was saying, to be a human being is it's a wonderful experience. He would speak about heaven and all these things, and then as soon as enough people gathered, he would say, the kingdom of heaven is inside of you. So he was saying, the superpower that only we have as human beings, is that we can choose to treat people lovingly by our choice. And this is something that we can see in the animal kingdom. They don't get to choose that, you know. If something's scary, they're scared. If something is angry, they're angry. Where for us, it still stays a choice. No matter how hard it is, still stays a choice. So, our superpower is that we can be loving despite what goes on the outside, because it's all about what goes on the inside. You just have to be brave, and you have to choose it. Yes.
Lovely. So, just like our band name, this next song is a little bit cheeky. It's got a little bit of prodding in it to make sure everybody's got a nice open heart and open mind. The punchline of the song comes a bit later on. We thought when we were writing this song, we were thinking about how some people can get a bit lost in the details of this time of year and what they want their festive period to be. And a lot of people see it as a time to consume lots of things. That's all it's about. A lot of people think it's a time to consume a lot of alcohol as well. We noticed that that's definitely a theme going on there. So we sort of played that into this next song as well. But when we do get bogged down and focused a bit too much on details, we can miss that message that's been passed down to us over thousands and thousands of years, that when times are cold and dark, we have the power to uplift each other with warmth and kindness. So, this next song is our Christmas Yuletide song. Our go at writing a festive song, I should say. What's it called?
Okay, it is called Let's Get Drunk.
On love this Christmas.
Yeah, so it's one of those songs, the punchline comes a little bit halfway through, so before you have a heart attack, just wait. Just wait.
Do you know, we played this, we had a gig last night at a pub in Northwich that was pretty much the polar opposite of this evening. It was a very, very crowded room full of very, very merry people. And we just played this song with no explanation, and everybody starts swigging the "Yes, let's get drunk," and we're like, "Oh, but listen, keep listening." But it was great either way. I loved it. So let's get drunk.
Christmas. Who cares what it's called, mate? Let's get drunk. Let's get drunk on
Oak trees have lost their leaves and Jack Frost is here as the nights are the longest of the year. Cold, dark, so far from the sun, it's up to us to find our warmth.
So Yuletide or Christmas.
Actually, a lot of people do really care what they call it, and I think we can consider them too, can't we?
All right.
So,
Let's get drunk. Let's get drunk on love this Christmas. Let's get drunk on love.
How many words are spoken to claim a tree, while the tree knows nothing of its name? The roots of one feed the roots of all, when the stubborn earth rumbles away.
So Yuletide or Christmas.
What
you would like to call it.
Let's get drunk. Let's get drunk on love this Christmas. Let's get drunk on love.
Thank you.
All right, this one is a Christmas carol. It's a new addition to our show this year, and I think it's our favourite one that we have added. We absolutely love it. It comes from a true story about an 11th century king of Bohemia, Wenceslas, who became known as Good King Wenceslas. He went out on the Feast of Stephen, which is Boxing Day, and it's a tradition on Boxing Day to give alms to the poor. And what happened when good old Wentz went out?
Yeah, so good King Wenceslas went out on the Feast of Stephen, and he was looking around. Everyone is supposed to feast. This is the thing. So they give alms to the poor. If you don't have a feast will be provided to you. Now, good King Wenceslas is out there, and there's a blizzard going on. It's very stormy. And there's this one guy he hasn't really seen around before, and he's just there gathering fuel for his winter fire. And he calls his page. He's like, "Hey, page, come over here. Who's this guy? Who's this guy walking over here just gathering wood, who's supposed to be getting ready for a feast, but now he's here just trying to keep warm?" And the page goes, "Don't worry about him. He's a peasant who lives way yonder underneath the mountain. We can't get to him." And King Wenceslas goes, "Nonsense! Bring me food, bring me wine. We are going to hike through this blizzard, and we're going to take this man a feast, and he will feast." So then off they go. They take all this food and the wine, and the page gets to a point halfway through the journey, and he says, "You know what? Sorry, my liege, I just can't carry on. I'm too cold. My heart's faltering. I can't do it." And good King Wenceslas goes, "Nonsense! Stand behind me, walk behind me. I will take the brunt of the storm, and you keep warm right here." And they somehow make it there. Every single peasant gets a feast, and part of the story actually goes is that people were so moved by this person who was materially rich, but also showing a lot of richness in spirit. And they were so moved by that is why they actually made him the king. So that's a version of that. So in that way, it's an amazing story. Love it.
We love it.
Yeah, how wonderful it would be if more people with material richness can have spiritual richness as well.
All right, if you'd like to join us in singing along to Good King Wenceslas, Stand if you're able, sit if you prefer, dance if you really feel like getting in the festive spirits.
Singing, everyone. Thank you. I'm dancing, loving it.
All right. This next song is part of the caroling tradition. It is a Christmas carol dating back to about 1750. And I think you will know this one. Although our arrangement of it might be a little bit different to how you've heard it before. You see, we've swapped to the dad-gad guitar.
The dad.
Dad guitar.
That's a guitar tuning for any of our guitarists out there. If it's not, you can just, it's the father guitar.
All right, another one about the birth of Jesus. The story of Christmas.
All right.
So please do feel free, if you'd like to join us and sing along, go for it. You have the lyrics.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember that a Saviour was born on Christmas Day, to save our souls from the powers that would lead us astray. Oh, glad tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, glad tidings of comfort and joy. shepherds were beguiled to see the babe of Israel held by his mother mild. Oh, then with joy and cheerfulness rejoice each mother's child, with glad tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, glad tidings of comfort and joy. Now to our Lord sing praises, all you within this place, like we true loving brethren, each other to embrace. For the merry time of Christmas is coming on apace, with glad tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, glad tidings of comfort and joy.
Oh, thank you, everyone. That was wonderful.
So, this next song really is the definition of a Christmas carol. This is one that was absolutely written for people to go and sing as part of the caroling tradition. They tell you that they're here to wish you a Merry Christmas, and what they're looking for is a little bit of figgy pudding, which apparently is more of a date pudding most of the time, and a cup of good cheer. So, you do have the lyrics for this one? If you'd like to stand and join us as we wish you a Merry Christmas. Yes.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
That's all right.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding and a cup of good cheer. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until
good tidings for Christmas and a happy new year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a happy new year. Well done, everyone. Excellent singing, especially at the front here. Come on.
Singing it loud and singing it proud, that's what we like. All right, well, we are nearly done with
Aw.
the evening. Thank you all again so much for coming. It really is wonderful to have you here. Steve and I always say, we have a good time, we enjoy ourselves. So it's really a bonus if anybody else does come along, because we'd be quite happy just stood here doing this ourselves. But it really does mean the world to us to see so many of you joining in. It's wonderful to be here in this beautiful church building as well. We're very grateful for the opportunity to bring people in who perhaps haven't been to this church, or perhaps wouldn't usually go into any church normally. These are really beautiful buildings. They're consecrated spaces that are made for a community of people to come together. So we were really happy to bring people together under this roof. If you would like to offer a donation directly to the church, there is a little basket over there, because these buildings, they're part of all of our history and all of our culture. So we want to support them, and it breaks my heart a little bit when we see old churches being brought up by property developers and turned into luxury apartments. We want to keep them as places for a community of people to come together. So, for our penultimate song, we are going to sing for you.
This song, when I moved over from South Africa back in 2008, a few years later I worked for a composer man, and he had to a composer man, and he had to arrange this song. It was the first time I heard it, and I loved it because I love a song where you list the things and you keep adding one. You know, it will. So it's a good 10 years for me. You know, so I shouldn't need the lyrics. This is 12 Days of Christmas. So please, you've got the lyrics, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although I will point out that somebody at our last show pointed out that there is a mistake in the lyrics that are printed in your lyric books. It is not calling birds, it is callie birds. Callie comes from the old English word for blackbirds. So callie birds, not calling birds.
Yes.
And gold rings as well, I believe he said. Gold rings, not golden rings. Not sure where I got these lyrics from, I don't know. All right, if you'd like to stand up again if you're able, and join us for the 12 Days of Christmas.
Okay, we're just hopping straight in. The tempo will go all over the place. So here we go.
Don't worry.
See you at the end.
We've got you. We'll hold you.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love sent to me, that's it, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
That's it.
On the 4th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 4 collie birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. Okay, you know this bit. I gotta hear you people. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me, let's have it, 5
On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 collie birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Okay, 7.
On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 collie birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
8 good people.
On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 collie birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Alright, 9.
On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 collie birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Okay, we got it. 10.
The 10th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 collie birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Alright, 11 good people.
On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 collie birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Okay, we made it to 12.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 collie birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Let's have it.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah. Amazing singing, people, and keeping up. Perfect.
Thank you all so much. All right, grab a seat, rest yourselves for a moment. Before we do our very last song, I'd like to invite Murray, the minister of this lovely church, to come say a few words. And I'm going to grab a little bit of water.
Okay, no, I am not going to clog dance. You are saved, Alex. I just want to say thank you. It's been wonderful. I don't know what you think, but I've really loved it. So it's been a really good way to start Christmas for me. Not finished it yet for me, but you know, it's been wonderful. And anytime you want to come back, and anytime you want to come back, you're more than welcome. Just to say that tomorrow we have our traditional candlelight carol service, which starts at 6:30. You see, it's written down here, so I should know. And then on Christmas Eve we have a 4 o'clock Christingle service where, again, families welcome, really enjoyable, and then a short service on Christmas Day, 10 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, depends. It's not me, so I normally go on for 5 hours. Other people, 3. No, it's been really nice. Seriously, if you want to come back at any time, just let us know. What I'd like you to do In a moment is round of applause, but first, before that, when you leave here, tonight, tomorrow, let people know what a good evening that they missed here. And then next year, year after, whatever, we will grow the numbers, grow the joy, grow the Christmas spirit. It's been wonderful, so thank you. And I think a round of applause for our dancers.
Oh, thank you so much, Murray. And thank you all for coming. We are all just, you know, we sort of sell our online tickets and then more people come on the door and we just couldn't, you know, that's something that we couldn't imagine. And it's wonderful. So, honestly, and I know right here in this room, there's people who's known us for, you know, 2 years. Someone's even donated to our album, the album that we're selling today, which is amazing, and it's the first time they're seeing us. Just wonderful having children here, you know, whether you are an actual child or just a child in spirit. I've definitely seen those around as well, so well done. That's the wonderful thing, you know, we can always stay like that. Just stay joyful, enjoy yourself, that's very important. If something isn't fun, you know, you are allowed to not do it, okay, and go somewhere else and do that.
Well, you're allowed to make it fun.
Exactly, yes.
In any way. All right, we're going to leave you with one more song. It's a song that started its life in the African American community as a spiritual song. As a group of people who definitely know what suffering was, certainly at the start of the 20th century, but also a group of people who knew the power of hope and joy and how important that is to strengthen a community. It's since become a primary school assembly classic. So I think you're all going to know the words, although you do have the chorus in your songbooks. So we'd love it if you join us for our arrangement of This Little Light of Mine. Opportunity that you have this evening with us.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. That's it. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
That's amazing. Well done, everyone. We all have a light. You know it. You just shown it. Have it.
Keep it shining. Get home safe, everybody. Thank you so much.
All right, that is it. So have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas, everyone. Please don't, keep singing. Doesn't matter how it sounds, it matters how it feels. All right.